Yup, I'm back. But what's got me reviving this channel and bringing it back from the dead? Well, there's something that needs to be said. Layoffs, competition, new technologies. There's so much going on in the tech world today that it's almost overwhelming. In such a volatile market, us engineering students of today and software engineers of tomorrow have so many fears: fear of failure, the fear of rejection. The list is almost endless. I'm here today to tell you that if you do want to be afraid of something, you should be afraid of being ordinary. FOBO, the fear of being ordinary, is something that I believe can keep you afloat in today's tech job market. But what do I mean by this? Now, I'm no industry veteran, neither am I an expert on the matter. I'm just a guy sitting in his bedroom trying to figure out the that's really going to affect him when he steps out to find a job. And I feel like the best way to survive this crisis is to stop being ordinary. Why? Well, statistically speaking, being ordinary never helped anyone. Just take a look at the Indian engineering scene for a second. We Indians are really good at standardizing lifestyle procedures and packaging them up as courses and paths to follow for absolutely guaranteed success. What do I mean by that? Well, if you want to join a good engineering college, then you got to join a good coaching institute first, solve a bunch of mocks, rote learn a bunch of formulas, and maybe at the end of it all, you get a good standardized score that can get you into a college without even considering your extracurricular activities and your and the same mentality is slowly seeping into the software engineering industry. If you want a good software job, then there's only one way to go about it apparently. Just subscribe to some of these Didi Bhaiya coding channels, do like 1,000 lead code questions, follow some roadmap, and you'll have a good job at the end of it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing any of these things because at the end of the day, you're just skilling up and it's going to help you in some way or the other somewhere along the line in your tech job. The problem with standardization is that now we have a lot of people who are talented at a certain thing, but there's not enough jobs for that sector anymore. Even experienced people from companies like Google, Meta, and Microsoft are getting laid off. So then what does a newbie with full stack knowledge have that somebody with 4 years of experience in big tech didn't have? There are thousands of people on platforms like LeetCode, Codeforces, CodeChef who are fantabulously talented in DSA and who have absolutely spectacular ratings at competitions, and even they're struggling to find a job. Don't believe me? Open the LeetCode forums and every day you'll see somebody who has like some XYZ impressive rating in LeetCode competitions, but they're still struggling to find jobs. Just look at competitions like the ICPC and all you see is young and hungry talented guys who are amazing at DSA. Like people like you and me have nothing on these guys. Obviously, they won't find it difficult to land a job, but they represent a very minute percentage of the population, like the absolute extreme end of a Gaussian distribution. And it definitely won't get better for newcomers because now they have to deal with people who have recently been laid off and who have something that gives them an edge over the newbies: work experience. So if you think simply finishing cracking the coding interview is going to be enough to land you a job in today's tech market, you may be slightly mistaken. Well, to be extraordinary, you're going to have to be some level of ordinary first. And that means covering the bare minimum of getting a job in today's tech market. And that may be something like DSA or full stack or whatever it is that you're interested in getting into. Now, I know I spent a large portion of this video explaining why DSA may be irrelevant, but DSA actually helps you build your logical analysis and reasoning skills, so it's definitely something you don't want to skip. But once you're done with the bare minimum, now comes the extraordinary part. And this is the easy part, or rather, it's easier said than done. How do you be extraordinary? And the answer to that is to just skill up. Learn everything about anything that you're interested in. And it doesn't even have to be super related to tech. It could be 3D modeling, video editing, just something that sets you apart from the others. And you might be thinking like, where the hell am I going to use video editing in a software development job? But let's say you're in charge of hiring a new SDE guy at your product-based company. And you've got to pick one guy out of a group of 5 people. All of these 5 people are the absolute best you can find at DSA or full stack. But one of them has something that sets him apart from the others. He's a good video editor and he's running a YouTube channel where he's reached thousands of people. So he has a skill that you could use in your company, and I believe that really tips the scales in his favor simply because the company can view him as a Swiss knife of sort. This is a man whose skills they can apply to more than one area, and somebody who can probably even understand the needs and capabilities of like the sales team, for example. As a job seeker, you have to try to skill up and learn everything about anything you find interesting. Maybe you find a niche that is interesting and that acts as a pivot point that completely changes the direction of your career. If you're someone whose sole focus is tech, then you should try to be as adaptable as possible and stay up to date with current trends as much as you can. Is there a new programming language or platform that seems to be picking up? Learn it. Is there a new field that's yielding new job opportunities? Study it. This is, in my opinion, the only way to survive the current job market. I think it's time to wrap up this video. I should reiterate that I myself am still a student. I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about and I'm still learning new things every day. So if you feel that something I said in this video is wrong, please comment down below. Because at the end of the day, even I'm just trying to figure things out. And with that said, keep learning, keep creating, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Kept at least 6 discs and a changer. Back when Boswell and Percy had it active. Couple bishops in the city building mansions.